When it comes to the last 5 years of WWE and pertaining to the fan base of WWE, there's an ongoing trend that's been going on the last several years of WWE fans doing things out of simple derangement and not being able to distinguish between reality and fantasy. That is becoming an ongoing problem with wrestling fans as a whole, who are little by little committing more along the line of harassment towards performers, sending death threats, and even in some cases, going to performers' houses to commit a form of potential kidnapping and stalking and just basically everything that falls under illegal activity. The last 5 years, we have seen a lot of performers getting messed with, but it's becoming more and more to the point where the mental state of wrestling fans needs to be called out. And in this case, especially WWE fans, not all of them are bad, but there are a lot of them out there that simply do not understand that professional wrestling and WWE is sports entertainment. It is not real fighting, and that the performers are just playing characters. It is not who they are in real life. These wrestling fans, they kind of come off as people that can't distinguish between reality and fantasy. They think CM Punk is really CM Punk outside the ring. He's the best in the world cutting promos and dropping pipe bombs, when at the end of the day, he's just Phillip Brooks. You've got fans who went at Charlotte Flair because she was constantly pushed more than any other woman in the company. You've got women's wrestlers being potentially messed with at airports, being hounded for autographs. You've got people basically sending letters to performers, like the nut job that did with Sonya Deville, who had intent to go to her house and kidnap her. You've got Alexa Bliss and her husband being targeted with death threats by a deranged lunatic, etc., etc., etc. More cases that some wrestling fans are in fact deranged and deluded because they're doing all these things and they're not able to distinguish between what's real and what isn't. But at the same time, a lot of these wrestling fans are also known to be biased and hateful. They get what they want after years of complaining, and they turn on that thing the moment they get it, and they can't make up their minds. You cannot honestly say that wrestling fans today as a whole are thinking on a full charge. And I get it that some wrestling fans take this stuff seriously, and especially WWE fans. I get it that they're passionate about what they watch and what they follow as a hobby. Hey, that's cool and everything. But why do you people have to go to levels to badger performers online on X or wherever else? Why do you people feel the need to pry in their lives? Why do you people have to send death threats? It's mind-boggling that wrestling fans as a whole have turned into this. It really is. Wrestling fans we're not supposed to be like this. Okay? And it just gets to a point where you really have to stop and wonder, is this going to be continuing? You go back to the Hall of Fame where Bret Hart got tackled to the ground by Zach Madsen. That right there as a whole is another example of what I'm talking about. And you look at the videos of a Zach Madsen, the guy was completely gone in the head. And there are more cases where these performers, they are literally going through stuff similar to that, where you think to yourself, should WWE start banning these people from events permanently? I think that's the case. I think they need to do that. I would like to see WWE possibly start going after these people in court, because they are in fact committing illegal activity online towards the performers. They are going after these performers and using the internet to basically fuel their hate over whatever it is they did in the ring, because they are too gone in the head to know that what they see is just part of entertainment and it is not real life. And that's really what I would like to see. We go from the days of performers jumping the guardrail and trying to go in the ring to people using social media to attack these performers, or just send some of the most hateful rhetoric that you could ever say to a person. And yeah, I get it. Someone's going to say to me, well, hey, it happens in Hollywood. It happens in other professions. And it does. But with wrestling more and more, I think it's surpassing a lot of the deranged fans that go after celebrities, that'll target sports teams, whatever. It just seems more and more like wrestling fans are growing at the top of the list of all-time derangement and illegal activity. And this is becoming a problem. And if this doesn't stop, you're going to have performers coming under way worse. And I don't want to see that happen, and nor does anybody else. But if you're some wrestling fan that's a few fries short of a Happy Meal and you can't distinguish between illegal activity and being critical, if you're going to go after performers online and do this kind of stupid thing, you deserve every bit of what's coming your way, because what you're doing is not really, from a legal standpoint, safe. If anything, it's going to cause problems not only for you, but also for everybody around you. And it's something that I want to see finally stopped. And if you're not thinking clearly, and if you're some nutcase that obviously has got nothing better to do than to go after these people, maybe you might want to get your mental health looked at before you finally do something stupid that you're going to regret later. And that's really all I'm bringing up in this video, because not all wrestling fans are bad. Not all wrestling fans of other companies are bad, but it's becoming more and more of a trend where some of these wrestling fans, at the end of the day, they need to get away from what they love and they need to get help. Roxanne Perez was recently targeted. There was a stalker reported at the Performance Center. The thing with Alexa Bliss happening a few years ago, etc., etc. This all needs to stop. And at the end of the day, you need to understand the performers are people too. This has been my video, guys. Do you think wrestling fans and WWE fans are getting completely deranged and out of control? Tell me in the comments section down below. Thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you later.